Welcome to the Magnesium Moment, the Basics. My name's Kristen. I'm a magnesium advocate, and I want to share with you something that I do to clear out bacteria, virus, those kinds of things in my body because so many people are getting sick around me, and I want to do everything I can to stay healthy. I have to give you a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing. I am not telling you what to do. I am sharing with you what I do that's a little bit outside of the box that helps me to stay healthy. And that is I have magnesium spray in my shower. Every bathroom, it's in the bathtub or shower area. I keep magnesium spray. Now, I also keep my magnesium soak to pour the quarter cup in. I keep magnesium spray for a very specific reason to clear out virus, bacteria, old dead cells, strengthen my mucosal membrane, and increase my immune. And here's how I do it. I take the spray and I spray one spray in my hand. One spray, just one spray. And then my hands are wet before I do that. They're not dripping wet with like pools of water. And you just kind of have to play with how much will work for you. So my hands are wet. I put one spray, I rub them together, I open them up a little bit, and I sniff that in. I like breathe that in really quickly and with force while I'm in the shower, because what happens is the magnesium chloride kills off bacteria, gets rid of old dead cells, and helps to balance mucus production. Now, if you have damaged mucosal membranes, it will help to heal that, and it creates a better pH balance up in here. Now, disclaimer on that, okay? I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you that's what I do every time I'm in the shower. When I do that, in the beginning, when I first started, I would take a little lick. Oh gosh, the things I'm sharing. I would take a little lick because you want it to taste like seawater. If you spray this and then just with no water dilution at all, and then just taste it, it is so bad. Oh, like it's really, really bad. You want to dilute it a little bit because it can sting or burn if you have too high of a concentration. And again, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you what I do as one of the layers that I add so that my body can fight off all of this virus and bacteria that's going around. If you get too much and it burns, it's not a problem. It's just uncomfortable. And you can do a little saline rinse after if it's too uncomfortable for you. I love it. And I have like kind of started to get feeling sick, and then I'll do that in the shower. It does increase mucus, and sometimes I will sneeze after, and that clears out the mucus, the bacteria, the viral, the old cells. That sneeze clears that out and it rinses down the shower, and I love it. I am a magnesium advocate for 25 years, and I do love magnesium. And our focus today is liver and magnesium soak, achieving cell saturation, and going over some basics. Now, if you're new with me today, and this is your very first time joining one of my lives that happen on Mondays and Wednesday-ish for the Magnesium Moment, where we just focus on the basics, welcome. I would love to have you reach out and let me know where you're coming from. If you've been with me before, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm going to share something I'm going to be doing at the end of the live that I think is going to be really fun. So hang with me so that we can play a little bit at the end after class ends. Today, we're talking liver. over the weekend, I'm a geek and I read studies. And one of the studies that I read was done in 2023. And the name of the study was, let me find it, I wrote it down, Magnesium and Liver Metabolism. And I'm going to read this directly from the study. So I usually don't do that, but I'm going to be looking over here because I want you to really experience the impact of these words. At least it very much impacted me. Magnesium signals pathways to maintain function that without proper levels, the liver never reaches full capacity of benefits. Let me say that again. Magnesium signals pathways to maintain function that without proper levels, the liver never reaches full capacity of benefits. Okay, that's powerful. So basically, if you or your children or the people that you love in your sphere of influence do not have optimal magnesium levels, which we know our levels are optimized by testing the interstitial levels. I added an extra vowel there. Sorry about that. Interstitial levels. We know that's what shows us that we're optimized for our organs on magnesium. Now, this is the magnesium moment, the basics. I'm going to ask Shelly to throw up the link to where I like to get my levels tested. Your interstitial levels match your magnesium red blood cell test. And the gold standard is 6.3 or above. 6.3 or above, not the 5 that they tell you, unless you want to be substandard like the rest of the country here in the United States. Okay? No, I'm not going there. I'm not getting sicker like everybody else. I want to be healthier all the time, constantly adding health, even as I age. Even as I age, I am adding and increasing my health. And to do that, we need our interstitial levels at 6.3 or above. And we don't get that by taking a magnesium pill. Yes, it gave you some benefits, but no, it cannot move your interstitial levels. We do that by soaking in magnesium. And don't miss out. Shelly, would you please also throw up the link where you can, when you purchase 2 magnesium, you get a free tote bag that I designed. And it looks so good. It's beautiful. It's this big, heavy duty canvas tote with a great big long strap. I used it Saturday. My husband took me to a movie. We went on a date. We haven't done that in a very long time. We went on a date. It was glorious. We did not talk about the move and we did not talk about the business. And I took my Good Life bag with a blanket in it because I get cold in movie theaters. I take it thrifting with me. I take it to farmers market with me. I take it to return my books at the library. I absolutely love this tote. And only when you use that link can you get this bag. And it is not just one of those little cheapy bags. I went with the heavier canvas, and it's got a beautiful strap on it and great big heavy duty grommets. So it's not just, and it's gusseted on the bottom. And so it opens up nicely. It's a really nice bag that I would love for you to enjoy as much as I do when you purchase 2 of these. Shelly's added the link because the goal, simple. Magnesium self-saturation, baby. You and I are ending magnesium deficiency by 2055. It's done. We're finished with it. We're not going to have to talk about magnesium and cell saturation by 2055 because everyone will understand. I will keep shouting it from the rooftops. Thank you so much for showing up and helping me to educate people and remind them that magnesium isolated pills that are synthetic, heated, pulverized to make it easy for a corporation to ship to you is not getting your interstitial levels to the point where your liver can have optimal levels. Now, let's go back. Magnesium and liver metabolism study done in 2023. I want to read it again. Magnesium signals pathways to maintain function that without proper levels, the liver never reaches full capacity of benefits. We have babies being born with magnesium deficiency. So let's pull that apart a little bit. That means that baby's liver will never reach full capacity of potential because it didn't have enough magnesium. I did a podcast on Friday that was, I was just able to be on his podcast, and he was delightful. And we talked about, if I had to pick a group of people that I made sure absolutely understood the role that magnesium played, who would it be? And for me and my focus, that was easy: pregnant mamas. Because when mama is magnesium deficient, her baby is born magnesium deficient. And magnesium and liver metabolism 2023 study has shown that when baby doesn't have optimal magnesium levels, their liver is not working, making for a colicky baby, making for a jaundice baby. And when a baby doesn't sleep, the whole family is affected, the entire family. So if we can get that baby to start out so that its liver is at maximum potential with magnesium levels, I feel like we've changed the world when we do that. I feel like we are taking that step to change the world, but our babies are being born magnesium deficient because our mamas are stressed out. Now, that was not a blame game to a mama. That not at all, not at all. We are doing our best. We need support. We need support. And there's nothing wrong with asking and adding support. Add support for your liver. Achieve interstitial levels by soaking in magnesium. Now, it's got to say Zextine inside, and you've got to have a relationship with your supplier to make sure they're not diluting it. Because when they dilute it, they increase the profit margin. Magnesium pills are sold all around the world because they make a ton of profit. I'm into help. That's what drives me. I'm into helping women create help. I know what it cost my family the 3.5 years I was completely down and out after a failed surgery. There are still holes. There are still things that we have to learn and grow and heal from as a family because of that time that I was not there for my children. That's what drives me to be a part of someone stepping up and feeling better. Interstitial levels. Now, the Magnesium 30-day challenge is happening right now. You can start the challenge whenever you want to. Here's a beautiful benefit of the challenge. Dr. Daniel, one of the most premier medical surgeons who recognized his patients were not healing when they were magnesium deficient after surgery, is determined to be a part of ending magnesium deficiency by 2055, and will be having a class that you will be invited to, but only if you join that Magnesium 30-day challenge. I'm doing it for those of you that have done it with me before. I just used to do them live on social media. Social media has changed, and I'm protecting and setting more boundaries. And so you have to join. Shelly will put that link up so that you can put in your email address and telephone number, and you can be a part of that class. There are some recordings that go out. There are live classes that happen, and I would love to have you be a part of that. Whether you've started your Magnesium 30-day challenge, you're in the middle of your Magnesium 30-day challenge, or you finished your Magnesium 30-day challenge. It is set up to support you and answer your questions. And the live classes, we have one more that's happening live. The live class, my goal is truly to help determine what's the next step that your body needs. Where are you at? Magnesium shines the light on what your body needs. And understanding that communication is what I've been focused on for 25 years. I'd love to invite you to join us in that Magnesium 30-day challenge. You do not have to purchase at the link. Joining the challenge is free. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I differentiated that. Joining the challenge is free. I just am not doing it on social media. We get so many trolls. And I would love to have you be a part of that. And if you want to, we added a special with the canvas tote bag that is so beautiful and 2 bottles of magnesium. The tote bag is free. When you buy 2 bottles of magnesium, you do need 2 bottles of magnesium to complete the Magnesium 30-day challenge. It does have an indefinite shelf life. Oh, Anita, you are so welcome for that test. A huge thank you to Shelley for posting that, because it understanding now, and let me say this, Anita, you don't have to have your magnesium levels tested. For years, I didn't know about the test, even though I was talking about magnesium and the company had kind of self-started itself. I didn't have the test done. I didn't even know it existed. You don't have to test. For about $50, it is an added layer of feedback to give you, to let you know if you are achieving peak liver optimization. Now, I want to share with you something that I created this morning. Because remember, we talked about the role that magnesium plays in the liver, and I read a couple of times because it was so impactful to me. Your liver will never be fully functional without optimal levels of magnesium. And my friend, magnesium pills do not give you optimal levels of magnesium. Can they help? Absolutely, they can. But we're talking, I want optimal levels. I want optimal liver function. And in fact, I just want to read that. I know I've read it a couple times. Anita, you joined the challenge. I'm so glad. Oh, Mary, week 2 of your very first 30-day challenge. Congratulations. And drinking your harmless harvest. Oh my goodness. I bring a harmless harvest in here and somebody drinks it every single week because it is the best coconut water. Like most coconut water, I couldn't just kick it back and drink it, but Harmless Harvest is amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, if I had somebody here, I'd ask them to go run to my little fridge. Okay, a little squirrel moment. We're going to squirrel together, you and I. If you've ever hung out with me, you know squirrel moments happen. So I was at Erewhon over the holidays, this really bougie grocery store. And I was just looking around at what they carried and basically the pricing also. I'm like, okay, this is so bougie. I want to see what the prices are. Looking around, and I found watermelon, Harmless Harvest, coconut water. And I immediately went, oh, I want that. I love watermelon. I want that. But anytime that they add those, it's always natural flavors. And natural flavors mess with my brain. I do not feel good when I drink natural flavors in foods or drinks. Now, am I 100% away from them? No. I do everything I can, though, to make a different choice, especially in drinks. I stay away from the most part, not perfectly, imperfectly, but I stay away from natural flavors in flavored drinks. And I thought, I'm just going to check the package. This is Harmless Harvest, and they have a pretty strong passion for the best. Harmless Harvest watermelon coconut water does not have natural flavors in it. Guess what it had? Watermelon juice. Watermelon juice. And it's delicious. And it's so good. Now, it's the only place I've found it at Erewhon. And it was amazing, though. But that's how passionate Harmless Harvest is about giving us the best of the best when it comes to food. And when we're soaking in magnesium, because potassium and magnesium work together a lot of people need to add some potassium when they're soaking in magnesium. But so glad. Oh, it's in the refrigerator section. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, we're getting a lot of questions from Instagram. Let me go over these. Oh my gosh, your 2-pack and your tote arrived. It's super nice. Alda hours. I love that. I love that. Let's see. I think that's everything. Oh, good morning. Alyssa Joy Claffey. Hi, Kristen. Thank you so much for the magnesium soak. It has helped my lymphedema, digestion, and CPTSD so much. Alyssa, I am a CPTSD, and I couldn't function without magnesium. And I just want to take a little minute, you and I, a deep breath, and just celebrate the fact that we take care of ourselves. Is it not amazing what it does? And I'm not saying it heals it, Alyssa. It still is a part of my life. Less so, though, when I'm at interstitial levels. And to get there, you have to soak. It's not a pill. You can't isolate nutrition, powder it or heat it, powder it, pulverize it, and expect it to do. You can expect when you have from the proper strata in the earth, from the proper source, non-diluted. And that's where you just need to know your suppliers. And my promise to you is my family is here every day, and we have team. They help us. We can't do it without team. The business has grown beyond just what my family can do like it did for years. My promise to you is we will never dilute it, that this magnesium is undiluted from the right source. Those are the two things that you need to know when you're soaking in magnesium chloride. And make sure and ask them, where's your sourcing? Where are you getting your magnesium? This comes from the Zechstein mine that I got to go to. It was amazing. The Zechstein mine, right to our warehouse. It goes underground into the QB container. It's not touched, goes underground. The way the mine's set up, it just gets pumped right into the QB container, and it's sealed, and it comes right to me, and I break the seal. It's incredible. If they're taking flakes and they're mixing it in water and shaking it, they have an incredible profit margin, a great marketing plan that has nothing to do with your health. I want to help you get healthy. 2 bottles, magnesium 30-day challenge. Enjoy the free canvas tote bag that says living the good life naturally on the side. I love hearing that some of you have gotten that. Send me pictures. I want to see pictures. I absolutely love it. So as I was reading that, we're going to scroll back to what I said I was going to do. I want to read one more time this quote from a study that was done called Magnesium and Liver Metabolism that was done in 2023. Magnesium signals pathways to maintain function that without proper levels, the liver never reaches full capacity of benefit. Now, are you concerned about your liver and if it has reached full capacity of benefits? And I thought, okay, how can I help people understand the importance of the liver and all of the different things that it does? And I realized that I wanted you to understand the purpose that we have a liver. And guess what? There's an acrostic in the word purpose when it comes to your liver. Listen to this. How cool is this? It made me smile. Okay, I'm a dork. It made me really happy this morning. Purpose of your liver. So if you write out purpose this way, the first is to process glucose. The second is to use nutrition efficiently. The R of purpose helps you remember. It regulates hormones. The second P in purpose, it purges toxins. The O in purpose, it optimizes and creates bile. The S in purpose, it stores vitamins and minerals and dictates nutrition and where it goes in your body. The E of purpose, it eliminates, when you have an optimally functional liver, it eliminates bacteria, virus, and parasites. Okay, that just got created right before this call. It was like, oh my gosh, the purpose of your liver. And if you take purpose, those are the 7 main important things about your liver. I'm going to have someone on team help me come up with a visual that I will post on social media to help you understand anything that you're dealing with. And this is where one of my core foundational principles of creating health and going from being in a wheelchair, tubes bringing things in, tubes taking things out, having my head held with a little bar, daily seizures, going from that to what I experience now, I've built some principles that I live by. And one of those principles is to go to the foundation and to stop chasing symptoms. Instead of chasing my hormones and chasing sleep and focus just on that one thing, what can I do to build a strong foundation? Your liver touches everything when it comes to your health. So, for example, if you're having gut health issues, you have a liver problem. Your liver is not optimized. And if you are having arthritis and joint issues, I know you have digestion issues because parasites are a part of that. And if you don't have optimal liver levels, then your parasites just run free because liver, when it's optimized, can block those parasites from reproducing. If you don't have optimal hormone balance, it's because your liver isn't optimized either. And what does it take to optimize your liver? Interstitial levels maximized. How do we get there? We soak in magnesium chloride. I'd love to invite you to join the 30-day challenge. It's happening now. You can start anytime. You can be done and still join the challenge. It's free. I would love to have you. I send out some videos that are pre-recorded. You'll notice like one time I got really fancy because I did the recordings the same day. And so like I took one jacket off and put another jacket on so it didn't look like I was just like rambling on for days and days. Anyway, I thought that was funny. It probably wasn't very funny, but it was to me. So we focus on how do we fit this in our life? What does this look like? How do we make it work? How do we optimize? How do we do all the things? How do we add another layer when we've already got so many things that we're doing? And most importantly, okay, you've invested in this magnesium chloride. How do we optimize it? How do we make sure that you're soaking the least amount? Let me teach you. I have learned so many things over the last 25 years with my brain stuck learning about magnesium. Now, by 2055, magnesium deficiency will be healed. That is my goal. And so 2056, my brain's going to focus on something else. But for the last 25 years, outside of my family, this has been my number one focus. And I want to share with you what I've learned so you can optimize your body. Magnesium shines the light on what is happening in your body. And I'd love to share with you what I've learned as I've had the privilege of thousands of women now being a part of their journeys and getting their feedback. And the more feedback I get, the more I can synthesize that, find the patterns, and help break that down so it's easier for all of us. Now, that was my 30-minute little timer that went off. So the last 10 minutes, we've got about 10 more minutes together. If you have specific questions, I would love to just kick in. I shared with you my little purpose. I want to do it again. I'll make a vision. No, I will ask team to help me make a visual. I am lost on Canva. I will ask team to help me make a visual. So think of purpose of your liver. The P is for processes glucose. You will never achieve optimal health if your glucose is not functioning properly. Go back to the magnesium morning trifecta, and that's how we walk away from an insulin issue. Magnesium morning trifecta. But the purpose of your liver is to process glucose. The U is it uses nutrition efficiently, puts things where they need to go. The R is it regulates hormones. The P of purpose, the second P, is it purges toxins. The O in purpose is it optimizes biocreation. The S of purpose is it stores nutrients. And the E of purpose is it eliminates bacteria, virus, and parasites. Now, do we know it does more things than that? Absolutely. When you have enough magnesium in your interstitial levels, by soaking in magnesium, and not just soaking, but understanding how your body is utilizing it. Are you uptaking it? Is your body storing it? Because some of us have been sick for so long that we soak in magnesium and our body's not doing what it needs to do. And the only way that you're going to know that is to get your magnesium red blood cell levels tested. Shelly's thrown that link up where I like to get my levels tested. And remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing. I'm not telling you what to do. I have been sick. I'm now well. And I love sharing with people what I learned along my journey so we can hang out with each other and share and lift each other, because healthy women are deeply connected women. And when a woman wakes up feeling good, she lifts her corner of the world. And simple, we need more women waking up feeling good to make the world a better place for our children. That is what drives me and what has driven me for the last 25 years. When I've worked too many hours and been very overwhelmed by being a business owner. I never intended to be a business owner. It wasn't like written in my DNA. Oh, when I grow up, I want to be a business owner and have employees and learn all of the different things that I need to do. I want to help people. And even though I am a business owner, my goal is still the same. I want to help people. I want to help women specifically wake up feeling good, not waking up thinking 5 more minutes of sleep is going to fix her day, because that is a lie. And to help her understand another lie that you might be buying into is if you think you're going to start getting healthy on Monday, that's a lie. That is an absolute lie. You don't have to do it perfectly, and your health is happening right now. It's not waiting until Monday, and you're either going forward or backward. And there are some times we go backwards. Health is not a linear journey. Let's move forward together. Let's support each other. Let's lift each other. Let's share our gifts and wake up in the morning and make our corners of the world better, because my grandchildren might walk in your corner of the world, and I want it to be the best experience for them ever. And that's what drives me every day here at Living the Good Life Naturally. It's my focus. It's why I sometimes work too many hours, but it doesn't feel like work because I love most of it. Not all of it, but I love most of it. Would love for more caustic ways for families to use this. Sue, I'll keep this answer very short because it can be overwhelming. You soak in magnesium, you experience the benefits, and then you want it for your whole family. And you're like, oh my goodness, how do I add this into my family's budget? Which I am very cognizant. And that's why I help people soak less and optimize their levels. So Sue, here's the number one thing that I have seen over the last 25 years that have reduced the amount of magnesium that families use. And that is, 3 things. And remember, I am the poster girl of imperfect action. You don't have to do this perfectly. In fact, those who are trying to do it perfectly will get stuck and sicker than those who recognize, I'm not going to do it perfectly, but I gave up my best today. And that is decrease your sugar intake, reduce your stress, increase your hydration. Those three things. They're going to help the magnesium that you soak in be more efficient in your body. And that's easier said than done. And think about it, when you sit at a table to eat with people that you love, it's usually the female at the table that sets the tone for the table. If she's coming stressed and feeling undervalued and not holding her power, not comfortable with her power, the stress levels at that table are increased. And when the stress levels are increased, bile function is decreased, magnesium levels go out. So do the work. And it is work. Do the work. Be happy. Find glimmers. Create moments, even in hardness, even in the depths. If you just are experiencing the depths of hell hardness right now, find a glimmer and experience gratitude for it. In that moment that you find and you look for that glimmer, it reduces the cortisol in your body. When you reduce cortisol in your body, you hold on to your magnesium more efficiently, making it that you don't have to soak as often. So yes, I sell the product. More importantly, I educate you about how to use the product in the most efficient way so that you're not out there soaking every single day, but that you are soaking minimally to maximize the benefits of this life-changing mineral. And it doesn't come from a pill. It doesn't come from worrying about, do I take citrate or glycinate or malate? Get your interstitial levels saturated, 6.3 or above, and your body knows what to do with magnesium, and take out stressing what kind of magnesium pills you need to take. That's a marketing ploy. Separate foundational health from marketing. Foundational health versus marketing. Marketing, there's all these different kinds of magnesium, and you got to take this for this and that for that. Don't need to. We want interstitial levels, optimized liver function, and that happens while soaking in magnesium. Okay, I hope, Sue, that helped to give you some baby action steps that you can take. And please, a lot of women negate the power of just keeping their family hydrated. Not that it's your job to keep them hydrated, depending on the age and stage of if you've got little ones or adult ones, but under helping people that you love understand the role of hydration. Magnesium doesn't move through your body if you're not hydrated. Magnesium is hydrophilic, and water and magnesium go hand in hand. And let's say, like I have a little, let's see, I have to say this very carefully to protect my family. One of my grandchildren experiences anxiety, and teaching tools, optimizing tools, deep breathing, just little things to help bring that down a little bit to mitigate what cortisol does. And that's why, let's see, I want to go back up here. Oh, Sue, yes. Oh my gosh. There was one of you that shared with me, and I've forgotten the name, and I apologize. Oh, Karen, welcome. We'll talk about that as soon as I finish up this thought. We'll talk about your experience and what happened, and I'll give you some feedback. Okay, I apologize. One of you shared with me, I think it was Sue, but I'm not sure. I can't find the comment about PTSD. And when we have stress and when we have cortisol in our body, the cortisol, think of it like a wrecking ball inside of your body pinging around. And you don't have to have PTSD to experience cortisol. And if you've got that wrecking ball in your body pinging around, it's doing damage. Think of it just bouncing, like I used to play Pac-Man and ping, ping, ping. I think of that like pinging all over my body. It's doing damage everywhere it touches. We have to mitigate. Well, guess what? The number one mitigator of cortisol is magnesium. And so if you have a loved one that has high anxiety, which our youth are walking around with the highest anxiety of any generation that's ever walked the planet, we've got to step in and mitigate that damage that's being done to their body so that they can reach full potential. And you can't reach full potential with your personality, with your life, with who you are, and with your gifts if your liver is not optimized. Now, a couple of you asked to go back over this little acrostic. Shelley taught me this morning. This is called an acrostic. I was trying to figure out what it was. I knew it was a word that it kind of reminded you, and it's an acrostic, Shelley taught me. So the purpose of your liver, take the word purpose, and the first P is to process glucose. The U is to use nutrition efficiently. The R is to regulate hormones. The P is to purge toxins. The O is to optimize biocreation. The S is to store nutrients. The E is to eliminate bacteria, virus, and parasites. And I will have someone on team. I'm not sure who. Mondays are our busiest day on team, but I will ask somebody to help me come up with a visual image that I'll post on my social media channels, so that you can visually see that purpose of your liver, and then purpose to help you remember. It doesn't matter if it's hormones, sleep, depression, gut health. It all happens with our liver. And magnesium, that study in 2023, magnesium is the first mineral that you've got to have to optimize that function. It's the first one. It's powerful. And we want interstitial levels. And you get that by soaking in magnesium. Pills can help, but they're not going to move your interstitial levels. And that's what we need. And over 90% of us are deficient in magnesium, meaning that our interstitial levels have dropped. Okay, there was, Jenny, Charleston, South Carolina, looking forward to receiving my first order. I'm so excited for you to receive your first order. Okay, there was a question before I got so excited about Jenny's order landing. There was a question. Oh, it's so hard to go back and find these and scroll. A huge thank you to Shelley for all the links that she just pulls as I talk. She never knows what links I'm going to ask her to pull, and she always has them. Lorene, I'm so glad you got your Good Life bag. I love it too. Okay. Here. Nope, that's not the one. On day 6, Amy, congratulations on day 6 of your. Kayla, missed what level should be for RBC magnesium. 6.3 is the gold standard. They dropped it 12, 15-ish years ago to 5. I didn't drop my standard because America's getting sicker. And I've maintained 6.3 or above. And so that's what I've kept it at. You get to make the decision that's best for you. The lab will tell you 5, but the standard used to be 6.3. And the only reason it was changed is because people weren't reaching 6.3. Yes, Lisa, add it to a bath. A quarter cup, though, is all you need. Don't think that you need more in the bathtub. Quarter cup is all you need. 20 to 45 minutes of soaking. Keep your feet in the water. We had a bunch of women that were not achieving cell saturation, and it was breaking my heart. And so I said, hang out with me. We'll meet together a couple times on Zoom, and I just want to ask questions and get feedback. And one of my gifts, I guess a gift that I've worked on, and it's become a skill set also, is patterns. I recognize patterns that other people maybe don't pay attention to or don't see. And I immediately saw what the pattern was. And they were we were just talking and laughing, and they were putting their feet up on the tub. and which is very, you get in a nice hot bath, and most tubs are a little bit shorter than we are, and so you put your feet up on the edge. Dr. Daniel is the one who recognized the way that magnesium is utilized through your body is that it is through your sweat glands, and you have the most sweat glands in your feet. And so you're utilizing very little magnesium unless your feet are in the water. My husband's a double amputee, and we have the hardest time keeping his levels up because he's a double amputee. He doesn't have feet, and he lost that ability to have all those sweat glands access the magnesium. And so absolutely a tub is ideal. Kayla, okay, just ordered your 2-pack yesterday. We still have some totes left. We are running out of them, but I checked this morning as I walked in, and Kayla, we should have tote bags. And so if Kayla, here's what I'd like to happen if you're still on live, Kayla. So when your order shows up, if it does not have a tote bag in it, please reach out to Shelly. Now, let's say worst case scenario, because the totes are running out, they've been really popular once they started landing and people started going to their sisters and moms like, oh my gosh, go order magnesium, indefinite shelf life, stock up, look what you get for free. And let's say they're gone by the time you reach out to Shelly. I have a private stash, and I want to make sure that you get a tote bag because we have not run out of them. So if you ordered the 2-pack, and when you open that up, if it does not have the tote, please reach out to Shelly. Now you have to order the 2-pack. You can't order the single. You can't order 2 singles. It has to be the correct link, but please reach out to Shelly and we can get you taken care of, even if it has to come from my private stash. We got you. Okay. Oh, Sue, you did a liver challenge with your team? Oh, that's amazing. That's incredible. Oh, Chemis, I'm so glad you got your bag too. Protect the liver, feed the gut. I love it. Protect the liver, feed the gut. Okay. Oh my gosh, who was that? Oh, yes. The last thing they check before you die is your liver enzymes. Yeah, they're incredibly important. Ooh, P. Evans signed up about 10 days ago and have not gotten any information. Signed up again. Oh, would you please reach out to info at Living the Good Life Naturally, please? Again, that email is info at livingthegoodlifenaturally.com. And team can help you out. Now, it used to always be Shelly, but with the growth of the business, there will be other people now helping you, but they're under Shelly's guidance. So others will help you, but absolutely they can help you to get you the information you might have missed. They can forward that to you and make sure you're on the list. This has been a new learning curve for us on the tech end, and we have had a few glitches. And so anyone else, if you haven't, please reach out to us so we can make that right and make sure to get you that information. Okay, now I can't find it. She had a question. Oh, Elizabeth, you are so kind. And I had one of those rough weekends, and I'm glad you and I got to connect. I'm really glad we got to connect. So thank you for sharing that with me. Oh, for grandkids, yes. We've got to make sure those little ones. Oh, one had open heart surgery. Heart needs magnesium. I'm not seeing the question. And it was something about digestion, and I'm scrolling and I'm not seeing it. And I want to make sure that I keep these lives at a decent amount of time. I will go back through and find that question and then do a little recorded one that I can pop up on social media to make sure that gets answered. Okay. So I want to tell you, I had this idea. I'm feeling restless in my life right now. we sold our home. Well, it's not officially sold until Thursday, closes on Thursday. And you know how that goes. I'm like, but we're on track for it to close. We got an all cash offer on it. So we're on track for it to close on Thursday. And I'm just feeling really restless. And many of you are aware I'm here in Utah now, and I've been living with my daughter. Like, you know how kids move in with their parents? Well, we moved in with our daughter, and she's been incredibly gracious and made it so much fun to live with her. And we thought we had this plan in place, and we don't. And so now it's up in the air again. And it's always been one of those things that's very unsettling to me when we move. Where's it going to be? Help me to get settled. Anyway, so I'm just feeling restless and I need something fun. And someone sent me an email of this guy and what he did, and I want to try it. And his company is huge, so I don't know if it'll work in my company, but I want to try it. So this week I'm going to give away a year's supply of magnesium. A year's supply of magnesium, a full year. Okay, I'm going to give it away. And here's what I'm going to do. Are you familiar, those of you in Cache Valley? Now, please know that I recognize this does not work for everyone. I will be doing a second giveaway for those who don't live where there's a Lee's Marketplace. Okay, so there will be another one coming. So please don't put up, I don't live there. That's not fair. I will do a second one that I've got to get creative and come up with a way to do it. Okay. Here's the first one that I'm going to do. So play with me, have fun. Like, let's play together. Okay. He went around and just said, I'm here. And the first person that shows up gets it. So I thought it would be fun. Lee's Marketplace, 25 years ago, family friend. I went to the Badger family. We knew them, and I was shaking, and I'd cried before, and I'd actually thrown up. I was so nervous. And I said, look, I have this product that I love, and I have truckers. They were my first group of people that just were consistently using the product for their cramping in their legs, long haul truckers. But they were coming through at midnight and 3:00 in the morning. And it was just, I was selling it out of my home and I was exhausted. And my husband was like, you can't keep doing this, getting up to meet them somewhere. You can't, honey. And so we thought, well, if it was at Lee's Marketplace, then, they were open till midnight. And so they could just stop there instead of stopping at my house so I could sleep. And so I went to the Badger family. Lee's is an family-owned grocery stores here now there are lots of places that have had incredible success. I went to them and I said, okay, I need help. Would you put this on your shelves? I had no idea. I had no idea what a UPC code was. The stripes on the back. I didn't know that my product needed to have that for them. I knew nothing. And I knew absolutely nothing. They could have rolled their eyes at me and gone, oh my gosh, woman, wait until you're on top of what your business needs to show up and ask. But they look at people and they're in our community and they support our community. And he looked at me and he said, Kristen, there's a couple things that we need to do so that your product can sit on our shelves. And I would love to have your product on my shelves because it makes a difference for people. And Lee's Marketplace was really the first person outside of my family that was like another business that validated I had a business. Anyway, forever grateful to Lee's Marketplace, and they still carry our product. And so I thought it would be really fun if I went to one of the local Lee's Marketplace and just did a live from the Lee's Marketplace and showed you some of my favorite things at Lee's Marketplace. And while I'm there, you're going to have to figure out which Lee's Marketplace I'm at. And then whoever shows up first gets a year's worth of magnesium soak of this magnesium soak and a tote bag. I have to give you a tote bag. What do you think? Do you think that will work? I'm going to do it. We're going to try. Now, for those of you that do not have a Lee's Marketplace within, where you live, I will do a second giveaway next week that will be for people outside of the space of where a Lee's Marketplace. I got that text. I watched the video and it was so much fun. And like the one time there was two people and the one girl and she was just running and he gave a code that you had to say and she couldn't remember it. Anyway, it looked so fun. And I don't know, I'm just feeling restless and I don't know, moving's been hard for me personally, this whole move thing. And I just want to do something that makes me laugh and is fun and different. And I thought that would be fun and different. So let me know, what do you think? For those of you who are not on social media or not in Utah, do you think that would be fun to watch online? And for those of you in Utah where there's a Lee's Marketplace, what do you think of that? Okay, you need to do, Kristen's already tagging people. Or I'm sorry, Karen's already tagging people. You need to do her giveaway for a free year of mag since you live by a Lee's Marketplace. And, Lorraine, I'm at A1C levels as well. Oh my gosh, Lorraine, your A1C levels while soaking in magnesium went from, was it 6.9 to 6.3? Because go back to our purpose of the liver, right, Lorraine? You just took us back to the purpose of the liver. And number one is it processes glucose. And that plays a role in your A1C numbers because you're taking care of your liver by saturating your interstitial spaces around your red blood cells with magnesium, not flakes, not powders, not pills, but magnesium, pure sea brine magnesium from the Zextine inside. Now, there are lots of places that have Zextine inside. Get to know your supplier. My promise to you is it's never diluted. You need it from the Zextine inside, not processed from flakes and not diluted. And that's what moves interstitial numbers. That's what moves. And that's what helps you increase the purpose of your liver. And Lorraine's already living it. It processes glucose. Okay, Mary, I think it would be fun. I don't know. It could be a flop. I could be there for and nobody ever shows up. And so let's do this. If nobody shows up and I've been there for quite some time, then I'll give it away to someone else. So I'll still give away a year's supply of magnesium to a family. I'll do, let me tell you. So it'll be 12 bottles of magnesium, 12 bottles. And I'll give it away if nobody shows up. But I don't know, it just sounded fun to me to do that. And they just looked like they were having so much fun. And basically it'll help keep me distracted from the interest rate we're going to have to do when we've decided not to rent. I don't want to put money in somebody else's pocket. We're not going to rent, we're going to buy. And it will help distract my brain from the interest rate of what I'm going to have to pay when I buy this house, which is pain. Anyway, I thought it sounded fun. And so I'll let you know. Kirkland has its own version of Harmless Harvest. It's just as awesome. A lot of times, for example, my creativity comes out through my clothing and thrifting and pulling things together. And for example, this sweater, this is my purple. This is my favorite color, not just any purple, but this color of purple right here. And this is a Kirkland cashmere. And they don't sell cashmere anymore like they used to. But the Kirkland cashmere is some of the best quality cashmere. So I thrifted this, and that's one of the things that Kirkland does is they will go to a really great quality source and say, hey, can we white label that? Can we take your product that you're already making amazing and then white label it and put Kirkland on it? And so this cashmere sweater is actually not made by Kirkland or Costco, but they went to a company that was already making them. And if you're like me and you love cashmere, eBay, thrifting, if you ever see Kirkland cashmere, grab it. It's some of the softest, most beautiful, luxurious cashmere. And I think I paid like $12 for this thrifted. Anyway, so I love that process of what Kirkland does. And I have not tried their coconut water. So I'll have to look at it and see. One of the things I love about Harmless Harvest, and this is where, oh gosh, this is a whole topic we could get into about dupes and the quality. And there are some things that I use that are dupes, and there are some things that I won't because the quality is not there. So, for example, you could dupe my lotion that we make here at Living the Good Life Naturally, but it wouldn't be the same quality because of the shea butter that I source and the quality of the ingredients with my supply chain. And so you have to determine when you buy, quote, a dupe, am I getting the same quality? Is it important in what I'm buying? And some things it is, and some things it's not. Like this cashmere sweater, no problem buying it. I have no idea because I had never noticed that Costco had that. And so I'll look at their coconut water. The way Harmless Harvest processes it to retain the nutritional quality is what I'm looking for. And so let's say there's a dupe out there, it may or may not have the same benefit. And some things I'm more than willing to buy a dupe, and other things I'm like, no, I know that this specific product is worth the investment for me because of what I'm getting back in terms of nutritional value. And everybody has to make their own decision for that, like what's most important for them. But thank you so much for bringing that up because I hadn't even noticed that they had that. I'm so in love with Harmless Harvest. I could do it online if no one shows up in person. Who knows? So Sue, that's what I'll do. If no one shows up at the Lee's Marketplace, and I already got permission from Lee's that I could do this from Jared. Jared is the one who has been, I think the general manager, I'm not sure of official title, but Jared's like worked there for years and has moved up in the company and is just integral to the success of Lee's Marketplace. And I got permission from him that I could, be there doing a live. And I just thought it would be fun just to walk around and share with you some of my favorite things that I buy from Lee's Marketplace. And then if you recognize which Lee's Marketplace I'm at and you show up with the code word, then you get that year's supply. And then, here's how I'll do it. Okay, we're creating as we go because healthy women are creative women. So we're creating this giveaway. I'll do the giveaway, one person online and one person that finds me a year supply of magnesium. And the online person will have to find me and have the code word, like it'll be good life. That's what we'll do for the code word. Good life will be the code word. And then the person online will come up with something else for the giveaway. So there will be two giveaways happening. 1 year's supply of magnesium given away while I'm at Lee's Marketplace to someone online who cannot get to Lee's Marketplace, which sad for you, it's a great grocery store. And then the person who is figuring out which Lee's Marketplace. Yeah, that's a better idea, right, Karen? Yeah. So, that creative process flow and making it the best that we can. So I'll do one for online people at the same time that I do for the one person that is showing up. And I just thought it would be fun. And if nobody shows up to the Lee's Marketplace, if that, if someone anyway, if that doesn't happen in a certain time period, then I'll do 2 giveaways to the online community. And I'm not sure what we'll do for the online giveaway. We'll do something. I don't know. We'll come up with something. And if somebody has a good idea of what that could be online, um, I don't know. Post in the comments and help me do this giveaway. But I do know I love Lee's Marketplace. I'm so over the moon that 25 years ago, they were willing to take this really scared person who had a hard time looking people in the eye and were willing to help me and guide me and show me where to get a UPC code and how to get that printed on my label so that those truck drivers didn't have to stop at my house. They could stop at Lee's Marketplace to pick up the product. And you still can stop at Lee's Marketplace to pick up the product. Now, they do have, we've been looking for homes in the Salt Lake area for my husband to be close to what he's needing. And they do have these really bougie little Lee's Marketplaces there. And our product isn't in those stores because they're like a little micro version of a big Lee's that kind of deals with apartment dwellers, and it's very specific. And so we haven't put it there yet, but we are talking with them to see, would there be in that type of community, would it be worth the shelf space? They have to be really careful that they're stocking things that specific area needs. I'm hoping that we could do some education for those in those apartment complexes, that they understand the role that magnesium plays in their health. But in Cache Valley, they're in all of the Lee's Marketplaces. So that will be happening this week. I need something fun to look forward to. And I think that sounds fun to go walk around Lee's, hang out with you, share with you some of my favorite foods that I get there, some of the things that I always buy at Lee's Marketplace, and give away some magnesium to 2 different people, a year's worth to 2 people. I will post more as I pinpoint the details. I'll share the exact time that is going to start so you can be prepared and set some time. Let's see, Thursday, we're going to look at this little house we found. So I'll probably do it Friday. It'll be Friday sometime because Thursday we look at houses. Yeah, it'll be Friday sometime, but I'll post the exact time that I'm going to do it on my social media. So you can check out Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok no, let's just do Facebook and Instagram, because it's kind of its own thing there. So Facebook and Instagram, I will post the times that I'm going to do that giveaway on Friday so that you know exactly what time it's going to start. And I think it sounds fun. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. Share in the comments what's your takeaway from our time together today? What's that action piece? Well, I put some lip balm on. My lips are a little dry. What's your action? What's your takeaway? What is your powerful insight from the last hour that you might have been hanging out with me, or maybe 3 minutes if you just jumped on? Our numbers have stayed pretty steady though, but share with me your takeaway. Oh, purpose. I love that, Sue. Thank you for jumping in and sharing that. And there were a few, for those of you, I have a newsletter that I do. And to the newsletter, while you guys are thinking about what your powerful takeaway was from our time together, while you're thinking about what to post for your micro action that you'll be taking, because remember, health doesn't come just from listening to someone. It's when you take a micro action. I do a magnesium masterclass. This is the magnesium moment that happens on social media. And then I do a magnesium masterclass that happens the first Monday of every month. And that link goes out to the Good Life newsletter, the Good Life Journal newsletter. I'd love to have you be a part of that. That's the only place you get the link. You have to show up on video. And if not, you're not in the class. Simple as that. Respect the boundary, you're in. Don't respect the boundary, you're out. I do that to protect myself and others from spammers showing up on the call and not with the intent of what the call is. I would love to have you be a part of that. On the last one, there was, we kind of hung out a little bit longer and took a fun little dive. And so I said, oh, I'm going to send you a little gift. That gift is going out. I didn't forget. I told them it'd be a little bit until I kind of got my equilibrium from some things that were happening. But that little gift is going out, and I couldn't figure out what I was going to do. And I came up with it Saturday. And I think you're going to be over the moon by what it is, because you can't bite anymore. And I think you're going to be over the moon. So for those of you, because I see a couple of you that were on that masterclass, for those of you that were on that list, it's coming. It ships out tomorrow. And I think you're really going to like it. Elizabeth, liver mad connection. Watch your sugar consumption. Pay attention. I love that. Mary, now that I've soaked and had coconut water, I'll go eat my grapefruit to support liver. Grapefruit is a power food for me. It gives me more energy. I love grapefruit. I grew up in California. My mom would go pick it off of our trees and would have them fresh in the mornings. It's such a feel good for me, and grapefruit thins your bile. And if you lean toward thicker bile, and you feel more energetic, because better bile function helps everything, specifically energy production. Love being with you today. Remember that our purpose is boosting liver function with magnesium. And you cannot have optimal liver function without optimal magnesium levels. And you don't get optimal magnesium levels in the interstitial space through a pill. You can't. There's not enough that you can take to get it there, but you can by soaking your feet 20 minutes in a bowl of water or a bathtub. A quarter cup is all you need. I am inviting you to join the 30-day challenge. Don't miss out on that. And if you are joining that challenge or needing more magnesium, you can purchase 2 bottles. You will need 2 bottles for the challenge, and you get a tote bag along with that that's beautifully designed. And my favorite tote bag that I use all the time, I keep in my car, and that's my gift to you for being a part of living the good life naturally. Thanks for joining us, and we're going to talk Wednesday in our next magnesium moment together. If you're wanting to join the magnesium masterclass, that only goes out to the Good Life Journal. So please make sure to sign up before the day of the class. It takes a couple days for that little connection to happen so that you get the link to the class. And that's the only place that link goes. And I'd love to have you be there. If you can't join that class live, no worries. We send out the recording, and I'd love to have you be a part of that. Thanks for joining me today. And Friday, I'll be giving away to 2 people a year's worth of magnesium from Lee's Marketplace. And I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a fun party. Never done it before, may never do it again, but it sounds fun. So come hang out with me, and then we'll see if it is or not. Bye-bye. Oh, Penny, you just made my day. And Monica, you're a first time today also. Oh, Monica. Oh, and Wendy, you just completed your 30-day challenge. That is fabulous. Are you going to get tested, Wendy, is my question. And remember, it's not a right or wrong answer there. It's what works for you. Make your decision strongly. If you're going to get tested, get it done within the next 48 hours. If you're not, make your decision strongly and know you soaked in magnesium, you finished your challenge, boom. Your next step will be to determine how often do I soak after the challenge. And if you'd love some more information about the Magnesium 30-day challenge, please join us at the link. We've already started. You'll get some videos, but more importantly, you'll get the invitation to Dr. Daniel's class that's coming up, that you'll be able to hang out with the premier of magnesium experts. Oh, just love. Thank you so much. Penny, Monica, Wendy, it was just delightful connecting with you today and helping me to remember that healthy women are connected women. And in that connection, we lower our cortisol and we lift our communities. Bye-bye.